That fullback, by the way, Colleedy, is no relation. Creevy, he's a try-scoring machine. He's scored 15 tries this year in reserve grade. And Peter Smith is out, and Graham Foe, a capable front rower, takes his.
From the mouth. Yes, he's bleeding from an injury to the mouth. Short ball by Hansard, taken well by Gardner. Flat defence. Hansard, Khan, Hansard. Oh, gee, that was a solid tackle by Folkes, but I tell you what...
It was a good tackle, wasn't it, Ball?
Your mind too predictable. Did you say that about their attack on Saturday, becoming very predictable?
Footer. Stairs, taking it up. Whereas the scrums favour Canterbury 4-0, the penalties similarly favour Cronulla 4-0. Hansard, Khan, the run round, dummies. And the skipper, Khan, goes inside the 22 line and still going. And that's been a good gain in ground. It's put Cronulla 12 metres out from the line now. Williams. Gardner. Short ball to Ozzie Welsh. He'll score. Yes, he's in the corner. Welsh.
The score to the Cronulla side. Will Canterbury win this? No, he's stopped.
Creevy feeding. It's a Canterbury ball to Gary Hughes. Now to Peter Mortimer. Quick ball. Good pass to Cutler. And the defence converges on the fullback, but that was a beaut pass by Peter Mortimer. Gary Hughes. Creevy. Here he is again. Peter with the right hand bandaged. I find them very hard to separate. He and his brother Chris. Creevy. Mark Hughes. That's Graham Foe. Cut down. Guillotine type tackle from Ricketts. Creevy. Picked up nicely there by one of the Mortimers. It was Peter. An infield kick by Pomfret. Pressure for Eadie. He takes it, he's lost it, and dived on by a teammate, so it's a line dropout. Ooh, little bit closet.
Yes, it certainly was. It was a very well-placed kick by Pomfret.
50 metres on the fly, and Cutler is doing just that at the moment, flying. Brought down. Creevy. Gary Hughes. And that's Chris Mortimer. Got the pass away from down on his knees, back to Creevy, and the little man is in for try 16. That's his 16th for the year. Al Creevy, who in Eyewitness News said he goes out there. Tony Graham.
It was good to see Cronulla then, despite their lack of possession from the scrums, have a move ready to put on if they did win the ball. They came up with it and they brought the winger in under 5'8".
He just lost his footing too.
They are looking to attack, aren't they?
Khan. Dudman.
It's probably indicative of Tommy Bishop's coaching, because there's so many clubs these days that are prepared to just take that first tackle from the set scrum.
Hugh Scott taking play 10 metres onto the Canterbury side of halfway. Hugh Scott is a twin.
Yes, well, it was good play as far as Canterbury were concerned from the time that Creevy really opened them up. I thought Cronulla a little bit slow to cover. Welsh, of course, in that situation, an invidious position, isn't it, when one player's coming at you with the ball, but I think you have to take the man with the ball in a situation like that. You can't afford to take the dummy.
Beckett now. Hansard's the dummy half. Cameron, Khan, Dudman, dummy to him, given to Gardner. Stands up and looked as though he was going to let her go, and it seemed like the ball was glued to his hand. Khan now draws them, touched, and he intentionally played the ball, that's for sure, and Jack Dancy said yes, and we'll start the tackle count again. Hugh Scott to play it. One of the twins I was talking about. I'll tell you a bit more about him in just a few moments' time. Very interesting story around him. Williams to ground. Cronulla have now had the ball for something like 7 tackles, 8 tackles. Cameron. Dudman. Right in centre field. They're only 15 metres out, the Sharks, leading by a point early in the third quarter. Eadie, 4 out of 4. Goal kicker tonight. Hansard calling. Khan to the left, the big man, looking around, picking up Gardner. Well tackled, Gardner.
Good play by Khan, though, wasn't it?
Brilliant play. Last tackle now coming up for the Sharks. Beckett goes himself and he's over. That's a try to Roland Beckett. And Cronulla Sutherland go further in. And see two teams that still can make the quarterfinals, depending upon the margin of the win, as Mark Hughes takes it down 10 metres out from the 22.
Those Brisbane people sent birthday greetings to you, Ray, too, and they're looking forward to seeing you out there next week.
Thank you, Michael. As going down the touchline is Steve Guerin, fleet-footed, stepping, and then not held, a metre short of the line. Guerin to play it back to Mark Hughes. Gary Hughes. Robinson coming fast. Creevy's with it. He ran around behind Chris Mortimer, didn't obstruct the defence because it was just not existent. It's now with Foe, and he's tackled 10 metres out on tackle number 5. Dummy half is English. Gary Hughes, the run round, and then the dummy back to Cutler, and Cutler is in next to the uprights. Canterbury banks down, striking back. Cronulla 14, Canterbury 13.
He's worked well, the Dutman. He's been everything.
Khan, talk about being in everything. He's had a big match, Khan. Yeah. So is this boy, Williams. Picked up by Edie. Cameron. Gardner. Welsh. Oh, good fend. Got rid of Peter Mortimer very quickly. He's still going. He's inside the 22. There's Graham. Graham goes for the corner. That's a try. Touch judge is motionless. It's a try. Scored by Graham over on the... between Eric Ferguson and Steve Mortimer, but I was quite shocked that they would be involved, those two lads, because to the best of my knowledge, they had impeccable records.
Yes, it's unfortunate, but when there's an all-in, I suppose someone becomes the scapegoat, and unfortunately those two were.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them, but then again, this is Stephen Hardy now. Oh, that's a trip, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's a penalty to Cronulla. A blatant trip by Graham Foe, who was lying on the ground, minding his own business. Gee, I hope it doesn't hit the crossbar and fall over. We'll do a South Newtown. Well, it's going to come back into view shortly. It's there. 2 points to Colleedy. He's had a big night with the boot. 19 points to 15, and he's kicked 5 out of 7 now. Hardy on the 22, and this Shark unit is destined for $6,000. It seems more apparent as the seconds tick away. Hansard, one of the few kicks in the match. Cutler in possession, taking Pomfret with him. Creevy, Gary Hughes, long ball, taken in well by Steve Guerin. Wrestled to the ground by Chris Gardner. Peter Mortimer. Mark Hughes. Hansard and Gardner again making the tackle. Peter Mortimer. Mark Hughes. Stepping around one. Brought down on the halfway mark by Gary Hughes. That's the halfway line they're on now. English. Creevy. Can he find the opening? Chris Mortimer with a big run. A kick by Guerin. A chance for the Bulldogs. Coming across is Cameron. It's a try, I think. I think it's a try. Yes, it is. It's a try scored by Steve Guerin, and what a finish. Hits it. It's away just about 1.5 feet. 19-18 in favour of Cronulla Sutherland. The siren has sounded and it's all over. That is a very, very exciting finish. They don't come any closer. They don't come any more exciting. Cronulla defeating Canterbury 19-18, and the man of the match details in... Mike, do you enjoy that again?
Yes, I did. I think it's probably a better match to watch at home. I wasn't terribly enthused here. But from comments I've heard from people watching on the video, I believe it was a spectacular television match, and I think that's what it's all about. I think Canterbury didn't play well and had no forward play, and Cronulla deserved their win.